excited. And by the way, join us up on youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos, because we've got a special guest in on the Grapevine joining the crew for today. WAJE, or should I call her WAJE 2.0? I'm not even sure at this point, but she's here. WAJE, how you doing?
I'm good. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lagos. What's happening? What's happening? How you guys doing?
Yeah. We are great. We're excited. We're happy to have you join us and
Thank you.
to discuss music, to discuss all sorts of things, because we've got all sorts of news. But also to discuss your new album, and it's really interesting. So we've already played In Between. Oh, look who's here. Look who's here. Very quickly, let me just put the mic on. Hey, Oris, how you doing? Hey, you're already on. And so Oris has made it in through the traffic. I want to start singing Through the Rain and Through It All, but no.
Hey, all right. Good morning, Lagos. Hi, Shakman. Hi, Mr. Jeff of 3000 Ministries.
And hi, WAJE. She's in this one.
Hi, WAJE.
Yes. So,
hi. What's up?
Hey. Okay, so we have, like I was saying before Oris made his appearance, we've already played you In Between. There's lots of tracks that we've got here for you. Now, the next one I'm going to play is Nobody, and we'll just get a little sneak peek of that and then come back to talk what went into making this album and what went into the different songs, and which one is your baby? WAJE, you better have a baby.
I do, actually.
You do? I'm glad. Okay, let's do this then. So people, here comes Nobody, and we'll be right back after this.
I think you guys did a good job in selecting today.
Okay, now where is Joseph when I need him? Oh, sorry guys. Where is
everything sounds great on this different speakers. What's a cheat code?
Give me 1 second, please. Come on, please. Zoom here. Yes, I've sent it via WhatsApp. Click on the link. All right. Should we come back in? Are we ready?
We're born ready.
Okay. There we go. Like I said, a little sneak peek, and now into the album review we go. So, WAJE, first of all, let's talk Nobody, and let's talk In Between as well, because for me, actually, if I'm going to talk about anything, there are a number of different tracks that stood out for me, but In Between was like my track. That was the one I listened to over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite as well.
So is that your baby?
Yeah, that's my baby.
Okay, so what headspace were you in when you were when you were creating it?
For which one? Nobody or In Between?
Yeah, for In Between.
To be honest, I didn't write In Between. This album, I think I wrote less than I would usually write in my or rather than I've usually written in my career, right, or in other projects. My manager and I were in Abuja, and we were talking about some stuff that was happening in my life at the time. And he's a songwriter, so he calls me later on and he sings the chorus of In Between, and I'm like, oh my God, that's it. We had already done the album. For In Between, we had to take out some other songs and put In Between, because In Between was literally the last song we did. So yeah,
wow.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
But it's my baby because I just love the simplicity of the song. It's so simple. The melody is simple. The writing is genius. At the time, my voice, because when I get tired, right, my voice breaks. So my voice was broken, really cracked, because I've been working back to back. So I couldn't even do a lot of things I want to do vocally because I was struggling, but it kind of helped the vulnerability of the music. So it made it more expressive, so it's just an amazing
I have
thing.
to say, it was what was coming across for me, right? Because you talk about your broken voice and you talk about how it's cracked and everything. And, for me, that when I was listening, I was like, that's why I had to ask about the headspace that you were in, even when you were singing this, because that was like the emotions that were coming across for me. That was actually why I was really buying into the story. So for In Between, for me, it was the story of In Between that I brought.
Absolutely.
And the emotions behind that track.
Absolutely.
Then for the others, guys, it was vibes. Okay, I was like vibes, and bills. I was on those were my anthems for life. Okay, so I can't be the only one here, right? All right, Chef Jeff, join me.
Why am I not surprised that you had to mention Bills?
Oh, I had to mention Bills. I feel like that's a Lagos Girls anthem right there.
No, that's not even fair. Hi, WAJE. I think that men in Nigeria should protest that song. By the way, the Bills.
Why? It should be for everybody, including men.
I'm sorry, it's not fair.
That song is for everybody.
Thank you. Why can't you?
It's not for everybody. Please. It's hate speech. But anyway, I think I'm more interested in the other song that was played.
Nobody.
Actually, yes. I think Nobody is kind of, to me, sounds like a retelling of the Jolene story. The woman is prettier, but like, can you just leave her? Can you just leave my guy for me? So I was wondering, who wrote that?
My manager as well. Some songwriters. Yeah, so we had a writers camp. My manager he's also a songwriter and an A&R. So my manager, we had some songwriters as well. And yeah, I pretty much wrote less. There are some songs that if you listen, if you really know WAJE and her pen, okay, maybe I wrote this one 100%. There are some okay, probably she wrote this one 40%, that kind of thing. So
is there anyone you did 100%? Which one is that?
Everything is 100%.
That is that one. Yeah.
You said
you should have known that.
Which one?
Everything.
Everything.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Everything is.
Mr. Chef Jeff, what do you think about the album?
You know what? I mean, you were here on the show a while ago. I remember I was not a big fan of the two tracks that we listened to. And then, listen to the album right now. It was like, okay, let's give it another shot here. And for me, there were some misses, there were some hits. I absolutely loved Frenemies, to be honest, with Tubaba. I felt that maybe you could have done some more harmonizing on that one there. But then there were some songs on the album that I felt, okay, if I had something in my cup, I might be able to vibe with this. But after that, then that's the end of the story kind of thing. But where you truly shine, I feel, for me, in this album really comes with everything, because you hit some notes. That's what we see the full WAJE range going on in there. I mean, you come off as being a contralto person and suddenly you're hitting mezzo soprano notes. We've seen you do this before, but it's just having that coming forward with that. I mean, I have to say that, honestly speaking, like everything I played twice, and I will probably play again when it comes to the album, because I just thought it was that unique in its own right. Bills. Let's be honest. It's Bills. It's not Bills. There's a very big difference. All right, there is a very big difference. We'll come to that.
I don't know. Is there a big difference? Okay, actually, you're right.
With Bills, I feel like there was some potential there, but I don't know. Like for me, there are some songs. I said this to you last time you were on the show. There's some songs that are there that are not you. They are mass market kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't agree, to be honest. And this is why I don't agree. I think sometimes, especially us in the media, we put people in boxes. The fans don't say this. The audience doesn't say it. The point is, I don't know if you guys have listened to Beyonce's album. The point is,
we're coming to that.
Don't worry, you will be here talking about that as well.
Yeah, especially when you've been in the industry for as long as I've been in the industry. Next year, I'm going to be 20 in the industry. You don't expect me to be doing the kind of music I did 10 years ago, because at the end of the day, your fans will grow with you, but you also want new fans. You want to be able to evolve. You want to be able to play in different places outside your usual box. So for me, this album, I think, is the most intentional we've been about my music. We were very intentional. We wanted it to be like a playlist. We wanted people, we didn't want a body of work that, you know, is going to, every song has its niche market. If you know what I mean.
I hear you on
Yeah.
that. I just feel like, you know what, for those of us who are like old school fans of yours, you know, it kind of like it's a different direction, it's a different vibe.
Oh, absolutely. I get you people everything, you know,
now. So for instance, exactly, you did, and you gave us In Between as well. In Between is also a beautiful track. But you know, it's just hard to actually move in that particular. So for instance, like I'm the biggest John Legend and Brandy fan, but when they do wrong by me, I'm like, no, this is not you. I'm not in the mood for this. This collaboration is not really working out. No, this is forget for me. So, but that said, I don't know. I mean, for me, when I think WAJE, I think creative writing, but there are some of the choruses that I see on this album that I just feel like it's like just, I know it's not you that probably wrote it, but I just feel like there's a element here, like give me more substance to this kind of thing going on. That said, anyway, the good tracks kind of really give you some sort of prominence. And everything really, like everything, I was able to tell straight away that WAJE wrote this track. That was for me a unique identity, a unique selling point. I don't think that there's some tracks that are not really doing it for me, but then the ones that do, okay, that's fine. Everything is a fantastic track. I feel like that's where you show everything in your character for that particular one.
All right, Oris.
Yeah, can I ask this? From what year to what year were the songs written and produced?
Outside No Rush and All Day, the one with Tiwa. Everything else was written, I think, between last year and this year. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just interested in the list of producers. A lot of them seem to be like really none of the new guys are there. I wonder if that's intentional.
So the thing is, I really don't, if you followed my career, you know, I'm not really about the trend, so to speak. It's really about people that the music connects with me. You understand? Lyric and I love Lyric. I think he's a fantastic producer. Lyric worked on my first album where the song I featured Burna Grind. And I that first time we worked, that song in itself on my very first album is genius. Like, you guys should go and listen to it so you can understand why I went back to Lyric. Because somehow I feel like he knows how to bring out the R&B and still make it really Afro. Pop. Yeah, exactly. Pop, for lack of a better word. Absolutely.
But you know, it's interesting you mentioned your first album, because in my view, frankly, that's for me is like WAJE number one. So let me ask you. I mean,
like there's WAJE and there's WAJE.
Yeah, you know, I feel like that's like WAJE's best album. But let me ask you, what's your favorite album?
Well, Oris, unless WAJE is going to be able to answer this thing in one word, we got to take a break.
Okay.
All right. So I just pause on the question.
Yeah, pause on it. Exactly.
Yes. Spoil sports shopper. Okay, you know, always looking at things
Buzz
like
kill shopper.
Yes.
Break time shopper.
I'll step into that role. I don't care.
And you will be back on the Grapevine 981 shortly after the break.
Your voice is coming on. I'll wait. We'll be right back.
On the grapevine, baby, on the grapevine.
Wow, these people like this.
Which people? Which people, please?
Do you remember this?
On the grapevine, baby.
What's the story?
It's your girl, Miss
Isaac Gerald and Chef Jeff.
telling you to keep it locked right here on Grapevine, baby. On Smooth FM.
Peak protein breakfast. That's the secret.
Okay, guys.
So how
Let's
mom
see if
wakes
I
up
can do
early,
this. I have like
makes
2
breakfast for us, and runs off school. How daddy works most nights and still gets up early to drop me at school. No matter how busy they are, they're never too tired to play with me. And that's because they never leave home without a peak protein breakfast.
Start every day with a big breakfast and reach with protein.
She went to the box.
Keep you going.
It's not us, it's
Rich
kind of you.
your peak.
Fifi, what are you doing? Where you see calendar?
I'm canceling my savings account.
Someone explain to me why the link I have has different tracks.
Huh?
My ultra slim retina display laptop from Ultimate will be here in about 3 hours.
I gave you the track. I gave you
Ultimo, you can own now and pay later with flexible payment options of up to 24 months.
No, but you
The
guys
best
say
part
it's
is
better
there
link.
is
I
zero
didn't realize it
interest on
was
all
different
programs.
link.
So shop your home appliances, electronics, furniture, gadgets, and more now on
Because now I'm looking at the
www.ultimo.ng.
track, I'm like, okay, I didn't hear this song.
Shop more, pay easy.
Okay, sorry.
Everyone always says I look young and ageless, and I just smile because deep down I know to thank. Being with you is refreshing.
You would click on the button.
Yes, you're fired.
Yes, that's actually what I
How is
thought.
that possible? Because at the time you trade it
Just
initially,
like Kate
I
Henshaw.
had already clicked on it. So I saw that I'm not going better. It just means that, well, it's not different. It's like easier to copy and
It's
paste.
like
Wow.
better, right?
Roger, you see what I have
It's
to
not
deal with
different. It's not the
off
same thing.
air?
She's not
like
good. I'm not sure she's
better.
different to us. How is that
She's
better?
listening to us.
She's-
Okay, we're in, people. We are in.
Wow.
She says as she struggles to put the music bed on. All right, and we're back. Okay, and we are back with more right here inside the Grapevine. Now, I know that there's another album that we all need to talk about, but I'm still, we've got WAJE in the studio. Well, we got WAJE on the call with us, rather. And one thing that we haven't talked about, and I want to talk about, right, is the fact that, WAJE, when you said, okay, this is WAJE 2.0, I really need to understand what's going on behind this, right? Because we're like, this is me, this is the reemergence of, well, there were a lot of rewords, like, you know, it's like your Renaissance, and I'm using that word deliberately.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I swear. Like, I feel like she was like, maybe I should go have a cup of tea with WAJE or something. So for me, not to make it too long, just no boxes, no boxes. Don't box me. Don't put me in the niche. Don't make me feel like, okay, this is the only place I can play. I can play wherever I want to play. I'm at that age, I'm more mature. I've done music for a very long time. So really, the only reason why anyone will be doing music at this point is because, one, outside the fact that you truly love the job, but you just want to explore and see so many other places where you can, you know, what's the word? So many other places you can play. You get what I mean? So in genres, with producers, tomorrow I can come out with a Fuji album. Any big deal? Yeah.
Hey,
That would be something.
that would be something.
Yes. I'm actually thinking of it.
You're actually thinking of it?
Fuji.
Seriously.
I
Please,
tried
WAJE,
with
please.
Rara in my ad-libs. The ad-libs were not usually the type of ad-libs I would do at the end of Rara. I tried to see what because I was listening to a lot of Fuji, and I wanted to see what my voice could, you know, do if I tried a few Fuji notes. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
I
actually
did
really
love that one.
interesting.
I actually did love that one. I will admit. I actually love that.
Yeah, it
Thank
was-
you.
it
Thank
was
you.
different.
So,
Like
so that's
wedding
really
time.
what I
I'm
mean.
like, okay, let's do that. Okay, fine.
Okay, now we've got messages coming in, and I realized as I'm looking at the messages that I did not actually tell you guys to send your messages in to 0809 444 0981. So you can, that's for WhatsApp. You can also leave a comment up on the live stream. We're up on youtube.com/smooth981FM Lagos, and we are on Twitter at smooth981FM. So WAJE, your people are in, and Tonya from Magodo says, there are few things undeniable. Oh gosh, this is a love letter. There are few things undeniable in life: death, taxes, the talent of WAJE. Let's just accept that she's a truly amazing artist, and she has shown this across her entire music career. I was lucky enough to attend a small show she had on the island, and I got a signed copy of her Red Velvet album. I actually had to get 2 copies because there was no way on God's green earth I was getting just one and entered the house in peace. God bless you, WAJE.
Yeah,
We'll
so that is such a...
Yeah, I said it's a love letter, right? We'll definitely listen to the new album, but I know it will be a great listen and overall experience. Keep doing you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And Taya says, in between the opinions being expressed, WAJE has come of age. Oh, Ori, so are you late? I'm confused.
Ouch.
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
And
Ouch.
and Lola says, Lola is shaking her head at you. Chef Jeff says, now what for Chef Jeff? Always doing the most in the name of honesty.
Right? Right?
Why do people love you too much? They're attacking us. They're attacking us now.
My God. Okay. So now we've got to get into the news. And what we're going to do here is what we usually do whenever we have an artist, whenever we have a guest in on the show. Y'all just get brought into the crew, and you've already started expressing opinions about Beyonce. So let's start with that one, okay? Because the other album of notes that I knew we were gonna have to talk about is Renaissance. Okay, so let's get into it. So we'll get into it with the bit of news that came out because it's been released over the weekend, and it climbed the charts as usual because it's Beyonce. And then there was one song that people were like, oh my gosh, love it, like cuff it, love it. They were loving everything. Then somehow somebody said, this Heated sounds a bit, there's one lyric there that I'm not liking right now. What's going on here? And that was the one about spazzing. And so Beyonce very quickly and very easily decided that she was going to replace the controversial line on Heated. And that's what's going on. So let's just use that to enter the whole album.
Do you know what? Quite frankly, there are two sides of the coin. I mean, with Lemonade, I did not particularly love that album. And with this one, I feel like that one makes Lemonade seem a whole lot better. With this one, to be honest.
Actually,
I said
he's correct, by the way. He's correct.
I said what I said.
Right now,
right.
I don't think...
Let's not fight.
Auntie, Uncle, excuse me. Thank you very much.
I said what I said.
Wajeh has a point. Let Wajeh speak.
Let's not fight this morning because I used to, I've not drank coffee because when I'm feeling the nut in my brain, Lucy, because anybody can say anything bad about Beyonce where I am.
Said what I said.
I am the Beehive chapter, Lagos chapter.
Can you hear
I'm the treasurer
of my sentences?
Let
me have this. Okay, let me talk because I'm okay. I have to say right now it's like I might get a punch from you, but I wasn't a fan. So first of all,
let me be honest with you. When I listened to the album, I knew most people will not be a fan, and you know why? This album, man. I think, to be honest, if you don't like Beyonce, you will not like this album. I can tell you that.
I like Beyonce. I love Beyonce. And I don't
if you're not a fan,
there's no complicated writing. It's so simple.
Yeah, if you're not a fan, 100% fan of her. See, I've listened to Beyonce's work, not just the body of work, not the albums. I've listened to songs that have leaked. I've listened to songs that she gave exclusive to her fans without giving it to the public. I've listened to songs without her vocals on it. I've listened to the ones that she gave.
Some of us have done the same thing with you.
So you see that album, right? There's a track there that reminds me of Me, Myself, and I from her first album.
Okay.
Right? Okay. I don't know the names of the songs yet.
But it's inferior to that song.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
It's inferior to that song. So.
Did you hear that?
The way the album is inferior to that album.
Yeah.
What did you say?
He said it's inferior to that song. The way the album is inferior to that album.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Well, to be honest, our first album, Dangerously in Love, Renaissance is inferior to Dangerously in Love.
Praise Jesus.
There you go.
Praise the Lord.
It was said.
Wajeh, God bless you.
That's her first album.
I just find it very, very, like you could throw some shade and say, you know what, not too long ago, y'all was singing, Nasty put some clothes on, I told you. And then next, we now see what's going on with this album coming right now. But that said, there's a bigger story to this. Let's talk about energy, all right? Because on energy, that's her, that's Pharrell, that's Chad. And on that, they illegally sample Milkshake, no credit going to Khalees whatsoever. And Khalees went up on Instagram saying, listen, I know what I wrote, I know what I did not write, I know what I've been on, and this is a direct attack, quite frankly. Like she said that her problem not just with Beyonce, but is that Chad and Pharrell went and did this deliberately to spite her. And I'm like, wow, that's bad energy, coming close to you. Right there. Yes, and Beyonce hasn't addressed that. She says she's going to change a lyric. You're not addressing the fact that you have not addressed Khalees and what you did in that element there. There's a crime to that.
And knowing her, she won't.
That's not fair.
And knowing her, she probably won't.
No, exactly. Yeah. She probably won't, but I don't even think that it's a crime. It's not actually a crime. Unfortunately, the crime has been committed a while ago. Pharrell's, what's her name, what's his name? Screwed.
Chad and Pharaoh.
Chad and Pharaoh screwed
Kelly's
out of our rights. So it means that when Beyonce shows up now, what she needs, what Kelly's needs is respect. It is not, there's no crime here. The fact of the matter is that the right belongs to Chad.
Where was the respect?
No, that's the thing. That's what I'm agreeing.
Okay,
yeah,
so
but that's the thing. Just respect, not crime at all.
Does Beyonce
no, it's not a crime.
Respect?
She gives.
She does. She's like, you know what Kelly is saying, like, you know what? I know that these guys have screwed me a while ago. Just call me and tell me I'm going to use.
Yes, exactly. And that's it.
Yeah, that's just it. You know, and she didn't do that. So Beyonce is really, really an incredibly flawed
following
person.
the law, and then there's giving people respect.
Exactly. That's what. Yeah, she could have done both.
Let's give credit to Thames as well for showing up on the album. There are 3 Nigerians on that track and 1 Ghanaian.
What song was it that had Thames?
It was Move. I think Move Your Body or something like Move. Anyway.
Oh right.
So that's featuring Thames, but it also has a Nigerian producer and there's another Nigerian that says on the songwriters thing and a Ghanaian songwriter too on that. So I'm like, you people were saying that, oh, it's Whiskey that brought Thames to the limelight. I'm like, you people, can you now see? Can you now see?
No, that's not fair.
Can you now see?
They are not wrong. They are not wrong. Please.
Okay, they are wrong.
They are not wrong.
They are wrong.
WAJE, just to bring you in on this, right? So this is a conversation that can never die on the Grapevine because Chef Jeff has been carrying this
on his head, on his head.
On his head. When there is no hair. Maybe that's why there is no hair. He's been carrying it on his head. That Thames.
Yo, you love my crystal ball. Stop acting like you don't love my crystal ball.
I do. It's very nice to stroke.
Thank you. WAJE loves it too.
Yeah. Real quick, let me read out a couple of messages. Who is this thing? Oh, right. So Taya sent in a couple of messages saying to write songs these days is gradually becoming a tool. That's how they came for Lizzo. My Lizzo. I think we should be able to separate the album from Beyonce. And I said,
how?
Yes. No, agreed.
Let the same thing happen if Portable borrows Beyonce's song to sing.
Yes.
Taya, yes. Bring Portable into every single story
I
that
have
we can.
No idea how Portable and Beyonce. How did that happen?
No.
Portable and Beyonce.
But it happened.
Portable is an artist. Is he not a musician?
No. You don't understand. Taya's mission in life is to bring Portable to every single story.
Taya, we talk about Taya from Aja, Taya from
Aja.
You always have to specify. There are 2 of them.
Taya from Aja, who's always
on the show. Yes,
always.
We love you, Taya.
It's Portable. Are you his brother? And Xavier says, he spotted WAJE, a diva, and more. And he goes on to say, Jeff, I like you so much, but I won't agree with you on this. I like Beyonce, and yes, she can do no wrong in my eyes. Album inclusive. Oris is being a good boy so far today.
Xavier, we'll be friends again next week, all right? Until then.
Emma from Lagos says, try me and free mine shot Thames to the limelight long before Essence.
That is not even true.
That?
Globally, that is a
Mr.
false.
Rebel.
That's incredibly
Mr.
false.
Rebel.
Incredibly
Please,
false.
we get back to WAJE? Can we do that? Because we come to the end.
Sorry, WAJE.
It's okay. It's okay.
Today's Grapevine was WAJE and Beyonce, and that was all. There was so much more news, but that was all. And you know what? Well deserved. 2 divas. Let's bring them inside. All right. So, WAJE, like, going forward now, right? Because I have to say, first of all, I'm glad that you're still in music because there was a time when we didn't think you were going to stay in music.
True.
You set out, you brought out your EP, and I was like, okay, something is happening here. Like she's changed her mind, and then this came out. So, just to end the show and end our conversation, I want to find out like where you are right now when it comes to your music career, how you feel about music now again.
I think
and what you're looking forward to. Sorry.
Okay, and what we're looking forward to. So how I feel about music, I'm grateful to play in a space where I can do anything I want to do and literally express the new things that I learn as a musician, the new sounds and all that, express that to people who still, love and support, the WAJE brand. So there's so many things that I'm working on. I have a Misfit album, and it's called The Misfit because that's what it is. We all don't fit one way or the other.
You told us about this.
Yeah, so I'm working on The Misfits, and it's gonna be out. It will still come out this year. On my birthday.
Yeah, she said that.
Okay.
Yeah, she said she was doing two albums this year.
I wasn't there, but it's all right.
Yeah,
Jeff was.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
And I have another album coming out in September. It's called Unbroken.
Wow.
It's a gospel album, isn't it?
And it's a gospel album, so it's going to drop on my birthday. Yeah. So I literally no boxes, no ceilings, I'm just living at this point. You know what I mean? I'm just living at this point. Yeah.
Okay. I think more importantly, you are not living, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You are still in the industry.
Yeah. Because I have to say, it would have been, no.
Thank you.
I'm glad. That's all I can say. All right.
Well, I have big news coming up on Thursday. We have Little Black Book Season 2 actually coming forward on TNC Africa on YouTube. So if you want to catch up, just head on to YouTube, TNC Africa, catch up on Season 1, Little Black Book. And yes, I'm in Season 1 and Season 2.
Yeah,
yes.
Please catch
it's
the
active.
shine and the
it's
cameo.
Not the cameo.
The cameo.
The cameo is in Season 2. Season 1, there's a bigger presence. In Season 2 is cameo. There's cameo.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, of course, everybody's following WAJE already. But if you're not, so at official WAJE, you know where to find her. And, her Instagram is lit. And she's got her link to all the songs. You don't need to go too far. Just follow her. You'll be able to find the album. And just to end the show before I take you over to the crew and Mr. Baldy, whom we love, Biggie from Ketty says, WAJE, I love you. Words are just not enough. I want to show it. Okay. I'm not sure how, but show it whichever way you can.
Let's just leave that in the lyrics.
Just wherever you can. And that's that. So make sure to catch Chef Jeff and
3000
at Chef Jeff 3000. And by the way, in his chef's uniform on Twitter, I saw his picture. Oh, and also on Little Black Book Seasons 1 and 2. Yeah. What channel again?
TNC Africa on YouTube.
There we go. And
yes, of course, at Catchoris. On Twitter and Catchorisgram on Instagram.
That's about it. Okay, and by the way, I've got something great for you because we've already talked about everything and I have not played it for you yet. So we're gonna play that on the other side of this. So make sure you stick around for that. And then Lagos Talks at 9 o'clock. WAJE, it was such a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Now we know who to go to for all things Beyonce. Number 1 fan, treasurer.
Yes, Lagos chapter.
Lagos chapter, maybe even fighting for president at this point.
I said what I said.
I'm ending the show, guys. We can't be saying what we're saying anymore. WAJE, it's been a blast. Can't wait to have you on again, especially on Brooklyn. You need to send us all everything so that we can be.
You will love it. You will love it.
We'll love everything.
Can't wait. All right, it's been a blast. Have a fantastic day, and we would love to have you on the Grapevine again and again.